Hi, it's me Varnika and I'm back with a slightly different video on my YouTube channel. I just got the Limitless Pendant and this is what it looks like. Actually, this is what it looks like. And this is just the charging stand. But I think it's cooler this way. It's like a little showpiece. So the Limitless Pendant, I took this for a little spin today and it's got some cool things that I would like to talk about. I didn't expect some of these things. I'm going to walk you through what it does and how I used it in class and how I used it in my regular day with some of my friends when I was just spending time with them, and also just me talking to it by myself. So, what really is this thing? Limitless Pendant is another wearable gadget. Think of it like a high tech necklace or like something you can clip onto your shirt, just like this. It's made of aluminium and it feels kind of sturdy, and it records everything you say if you want it to record everything you say. Because I have a feature, it has a feature that I can switch it off or I can just switch it on with this white blinking button so that it knows, like, you know that it's recording. And it also like syncs to an app which basically turns all your AI into a transcript and summarizes and answers all your questions for all the conversations you've had in a day. And you can also copy a certain chunk of conversation, a certain few hours, and share it with another LLM. So it's basically a memory boost, and especially for people like me who tend to forget things. And like, I have gone all my life with my teachers telling me you have to get this done by this day and this done, and I just forget. Like, I will not remember. But say I have a conversation that's basically stored in my device. If I ask it, do I have something due for tomorrow, or do I have something that I need to get done, it'll remind me. Also, if you're wondering, this is like $99 right now, and it's down from like 199, so you should probably check it out. I kind of like it. So, story time about how I used it today. So, I'm sitting in class right at the back. I also opened this in my class, and I decided to unbox this pendant right at the back and use it. Vibes. I clipped it on and I started recording, and I let it listen to my professor talking right in front of the room where there are about like 150 to 200 kids. And I didn't think it could hear the professor from where I was sitting, but it was pretty good at what it was doing. It transcribed really well, and it also picked up all the rambles. The audio was actually clear, so the transcription was clear. And I think the way it picks up the sound is pretty good. I synced it up to the app and I was able to ask it questions. Say, for example, the professor does quizzes in between class, and I was unable to answer a certain like question because I wasn't paying attention. I was actually very distracted by this pendant, and it picked up the question it asked, so I was able to answer it in class. And I think that's kind of cool for someone like me who gets distracted really easily. Say I ask it, what is something I learned in class today? I think it's kind of cool that, okay, let me ask it, what is something I learned in class today? It's taking time to load. Yeah. So it tells me that I learned about shells, and it tells me exactly what my professor spoke about. And it also picked up the rambles of him talking about how I'm going to use the information he's teaching. It also picked up the rambles about how I'm going to be using the information he's teaching like years from now about servers, which maybe not, I don't know. It's good information though. I think this is better than me hand taking notes, because I'm actually never taking notes and sometimes I'm just not paying attention. So this kind of nice to be like able to look back at things, especially when I'm studying. So say for example, I store all of this information and I can put it in an LLM so that I can study all the information my professor has done in class, especially the questions. I feel like the questions, say for example, what questions did he ask in class? I feel like I can ask this and it'll give me a list of questions he asked, and I can refer to it while I'm studying for my exam, which is kind of nice. Yes. So these are some questions he asked, which is kind of nice that I can refer to. As good as it is with one-on-one conversation that I noticed it is, and also just a lecture scenario, it's not very good at a group scenario. So meetings, I don't think I'd be really good at. And I can tell you this because I was sitting with some friends, like chilling in the park, and it got confused. Like with one voice, with my professor, it was spot on. But when there were multiple voices talking together, it's like, wait, who said what? Like it's like I am talking to one friend and it's picking up someone else talking to another friend, and it just jumbled both of them, and it's not getting the information. Um, Not bad though, honestly. It still gives me a gist of some conversations I was having. Like if I ask it, it met new people today. So if I ask it, who who is Gwen? It's one of my friends that I met today. You met Gwen while tree climbing with Hannah. Somewhat true, not entirely. You asked Gwen if you could see her Instagram. True. You said Gwen was in Pisa, which is not true. She was in P sub, so it didn't pick up properly, and I don't know why it got Purdue Indian Student Association. And you said that Gwen's full name was Gwendolyn May, which is true. And you complimented Gwen on her looks and said she was cute, which is also true. Um, Now, I can connect this to my Google Calendar. So if I remind it that I need to um, set a certain date or like connect a meeting, it connects to my Google Calendar, which is kind of nice. So if some like I'm forgetful. If my professor says that next Thursday there's a quiz, I'll forget it, but Limitless will not. So I like that. Um, I am the kind of person that wants to know what I can do to be better the next day. So, what is something I can do better tomorrow? I like this feature because it tells me about my today, and it also tells me what I can do to make to make my tomorrow better. Um, what is something I should do today? So, based on my conversation today, here's what you mentioned you wanted to accomplish today. You wanted to make content about the Limitless Pendant. You wanted to finish making your app and deploying it, which I did. You should check it out. And eat hot chicken, journal, and get coffee, which I did all of, which was. So, I just picked up all of that, which I liked. What is a view I shared with you today about my belief? See, this is not entirely true because I did not share this, but my friend did. But also, it's cool that it was able to pick it up. I think this will only get better with time. Um, there are so many more use cases, especially like, say, for example, I think that'll be a really good example. I think with time, this is only going to get better. I hope it's able to pick up that my name's not Monica but Varnika, even though my app literally says my name is Varnika because I have saved my voice. I actually don't know where it is. Yes, identify a voice. I have literally made it identify my voice. I like that it gives me a little thing to use to be able to capture my voice for my pendant, and yeah, it's kind of nice. This was my day with the Limitless Pendant. It nailed up on picking up a lot of my stuff from my prof and one-to-one conversations, and it transcribed the information, which I think I can use for later purposes. And it got me, I think it will help me be more accountable for things that I've decided that I will do, um, especially when I'm overwhelmed and lost in like a chaotic space. Talking of chaotic spaces, this I don't think is very good to handle meetings and chaotic conversations when there are too many people. But it's really good to recap my day and plan for tomorrow. Um, Sometimes I forget what I've done on certain days, so I think it's kind of nice for that because I'm like the kind of person who wants to hold on to memories. Um, Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want this to do something, and I will try it. See you next time.